Welcome to BalsaCircle.com, your one-stop shop for all of your event decor. Today we are making a centerpiece that's very easy to put together. It's Halloween inspired, but you can customize it to match your colors. We'll show you two looks, starting with this one that you can use for any daytime event. We'll be using our birdcage centerpiece that you can find in our online shop. Starting with our ribbons, we have these cut in about 30-inch strips and adding mermaid or pendant ends by cutting the tails of the ribbon. This organza apple ribbon is see-through, but the edges are wired, so it's going to hold its shape very well. Now, if you'll be using this bow for other decorations and events, make sure that when you're cutting the edge, you do it with sharp scissors and you hold the ribbon taut. This is going to give you a nice clean edge. You can also heat to seal it or use nail polish, but honestly, they can get complicated, and using the scissors to make one straight cut will keep most ribbons from having frayed edges. Prepare your Chanel or pipe cleaner stick by bending it in half and set it aside for now. We have 10 ribbon strips all together, and to start the bow, pick up one and fold it in half, then pinch and hold the ribbon at about the halfway point. The more you leave for the bow, the bigger the bow, and the more you leave for the tails, the bigger the tail. So feel free to play around here and see which size bow you like best. Then you want to continue adding the ribbons, alternating colors. I especially love this color combination because we're big fans of Disney here, and there's something very Disney villain-esque about this bow. The green and the black colors are so great for Halloween, but again, you can customize it to fit your party colors. As you can also see, we're not sticking to just one ribbon width. The organza wired ribbon is 2.5 inches across, the black organza satin edge is 7/8 wide, and the geometric pattern ribbon is 1.5 inches wide. So feel free to vary your ribbons too. And the reason why we say, customize this, customize that, you don't have to use only these ribbons and only these flowers. Feel free to use what you have on hand. This is a great DIY for reusing silk flowers that you might have left over or ribbons that you might have left over. And again, a great chance for you to get creative. Then we're taking that Chanel stem and wrapping it around the ribbons where they were held together and twisting it a few times to secure. If you don't have any of these pipe cleaner sticks or Chanel stems, then feel free to use a length of wire or even another ribbon or hair elastic. You just want to make sure to tie it around really tight so your ribbons don't fall apart. And once your bow is secure, you can start to adjust the tail ends and loops, fluffing them up a bit. This next part might take you a little bit, but take the time because this is what's going to make your bow have that volume and just look absolutely stunning. And by the way, this way of making bows is great because you don't need any special equipment, and once you learn it, you're going to be putting bows on everything, especially useful with the holiday season coming up. Or if you want to cheer up a friend with a specially decorated gift, if you need to dress up maybe a classroom, or if you're doing this DIY for your wedding, you can also make bows that attach to chairs and match your centerpieces. Now that we have our bow all fluffed up, the next step is again pretty easy. That's what the centerpiece is all about. Anyone can make this because no hot glue is required. We're just adding silk flowers inside the bird cage. This bird cage is about 13 inches tall and has a base of about 7 inches, so plenty of silk flowers will fit inside. You may need to clip yours with a wire cutter and make sure to pull some through the bars so it looks like the flowers are just growing wild. Once the silk flowers are in there, we're going to add the bow with the ends of the Chanel stem. We're adding it to the top. The wire is going to hold it in place. So again, you do not need to hot glue, and you could reuse this centerpiece for another event because all the accents, the bow, the ribbons, the silk flowers, they can all be taken apart and reused. And it looks so fun and perfect for a kid's party, a Halloween haunted mansion themed event, so many options. The second look is similar, but we're going to use a different taller centerpiece so you can see how that looks with some feather trim that we've been dying to use for a DIY, and this just seemed like the perfect fit. To add the feather trim to the metal base of the centerpiece, we're using glue dots. One glue dot every 2 inches or so around the base. Okay, yes, I said no hot glue, and this is really close, but glue dots are removable. They work just a little bit better than double stick tape with certain materials, and they're not going to leave behind residue, so again, you can reuse the centerpiece. The feathers, we are going to trim them, but I'm sure we'll find a way to reuse them as well. These are ostrich feathers and they're natural and can be used in all sorts of crafts. If you're worried about allergies, you can leave them off or use foil fringe here. That would be fun to use as well. These feathers have a satin ribbon edge, so we're just gonna trim that and secure it with another glue dot. For the base, we're adding more silk flowers. The feather trim does come in other colors like blush and cream and so many others, so you can mix and match here if you're using something different. Again, we're making the bow the same steps as the first DIY, but this time we're using the same ribbon type in different colors. So it's the 7/8 satin edge organza ribbon. You can play around with which width and style ribbons you prefer, because maybe you prefer a shiny look. Try maybe a satin ribbon. There are so many possibilities and we'd love it if you share your creative creations with us. You can add a comment or tag us on Instagram at Balsa Circle, and make sure if you haven't already that you click that subscribe button and notification bell so you never miss out on DIYs and our decorating ideas. Securing the bow with a chenille stem and then fluffing it out, and as you can see, even though this bow doesn't have wired edges, it's still going to hold the loop and its shape. Final steps, just adding the bow to the centerpiece and then placing the top metal piece on the base. You may need to move the flowers around like we are, or add the flowers once the top is on. As you can see, we also have an LED candle there. You can also use LED fairy lights. I would stay away from real candles for this specific look just because the fabric would be so close, and LED candles give you a nice romantic glow, so you're all set for an evening event. So there we are, all done, 2 easy to make centerpieces with beautiful bows. Let us know in the comments if you'll be making this for Halloween or another event, and if you enjoyed this DIY and found it helpful, make sure that you like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe for all of your creative decor and event ideas. Until next time, stay creative.